this is amazing. The finish of the carbon fibre bodywork, absolutely amazing. How do you achieve that?
I'm saying it takes a lot of hours to do the tinted one. It has to be perfect, so you can see through the clear coat. Then they come in some color in the clear coat, how the customer likes it, and I think this combination here is really spectacular.
It's a stunning looking car. I mean, you can't buy this, they're all sold. There were what, 80 made? 80 of these, and they were all sold.
Yeah.
I think when they were sold, depending on the specification, they were sort of circa $2.3 million. If you wanted to buy one now and find one that someone would sell you, it would probably be twice that.
Exactly. It's shown to be quite a solid investment. So we are obviously happy that our customers can have a nice car, and there's an option that they can maybe sell it with a bit of a profit. Fortunately, most of our customers choose to hold on to those.
I'm sure they do. That's why they're worth so much.
Exactly. So, but it's really nice that you know that our position is as it is, and people really like our products.
The car fundamentally has the same carbon fibre tub, yes?
Yeah. Kind of things that Christian don't want to change about the Koenigsegg, which is really what Koenigsegg, what he thinks it's about, is the front screen, how it bends around. That is kind of a given thing. They're all convertible, so how you can say you can take the top off and have it with you. Exactly. So in all cars, all the Koenigsegg we have, you can take the top off, you can put it in the front there, even though it looks like it's not possible. It is possible. You can stick your roof in there, and then you can go without your roof. And then if it starts raining, you just go out, take the roof off, and out of your boot, and you put it back on, and you're all good to go again.
For those that don't know, the Christian that Christopher is referring to is Christian von Koenigsegg, the founder and inspiration behind Koenigsegg, the big boss.
Exactly.
And you can also see the very latest Koenigsegg, the Jesko, on our main Michelin stand. You may have seen that already. It's a stunning car in white, which is named after Christian's father. Was only unveiled to his father at the launch, and a very emotional moment.
He was very surprised, even though in the factory it went under a whole different name, and when the day came to the show there, it wasn't revealed that it was the Jesko it was going to be named after.
I did say that I went and had a look at an interview up there, and I did say it's a good job that Christian's father had quite a cool sounding car name, because had his name been Timothy like mine, I don't think the Koenigsegg Timothy would have been quite as popular, do you?
It doesn't have the ring to it.
No, it doesn't, does it?
The Ghost package is the biggest splitter, so you have a bit more downforce on the front. Then you have the dive planes here on the front. You will have the side split, the side fins along the side there in front of the rear wheel, and then the big fins on the back. And then you'll have a little bit harder suspension, and then the Cup 2 tires. That is a difference from the one without the Ghost package.
I remember a few years ago, the first time I saw it, the Koenigsegg with the carbon fibre wheels. And I believe Koenigsegg was the very first manufacturer to actually use carbon fibre wheels.
Yeah, it took a lot of work to do that.
I'm sure.
But Christian is all into carbon fibre, and he wants to push the limits all the time. So these wheels here was, you know, it's all about, at Koenigsegg, it's all about performance, and out there where you have the thing spinning, wheels especially, there it's about to have it as light as possible, and there carbon is the perfect material for us. And then
There may have only been 24 of them built, but wow, it still draws a crowd anyway.
It does. It's something that Goodwood kind of insisted on as being the Vulcan, but it's always been such a great crowd pleaser, which we're still so grateful for. Last 2 out of 4 years, it's been voted Goodwood's Star of the Festival, so hopefully you agree again this year. It's been a bit of a star. It's not just a great looking car, but it was actually designed 5 years ago. 4th year of the festival. It's a 7 litre V12. Normally aspirated in proper traditional Aston style, produces 820 horsepower, 850 newton meters of torque at about 5,500 revs, and weighs all of 1,300 kilos. So a very good power to weight ratio.
And this was conceived really out of customer demand for the ultimate track car, wasn't it?
It was indeed. It was something that our special department at Wellesbourne decided to put together. It was something we wanted to offer the customers to go out onto the circuit, not just a road car, but in a purpose-built vehicle that with all the our minds together. Sort of exercised our fantasies really, what we wanted to do with regard to designing and putting together what we thought was the perfect track car for individuals.
There have been a whole host of other track-only cars by manufacturers for clients, and you look around the paddock, you can see the Senna GTR. There's the new Ford GT Mark II been launched this year as their track car. There's the Ferrari FFX. There's lots of different cars. If we had an imaginary track day and took them all there, all on the same tyre, all with the same pro driver, which would be the quickest?
I would probably have to say, confidently, without any bias, that I think the Vulcan, because it does give you that extra confidence as a driver, I think it's testament to the car, the design, as well as the instructors, of course, that over the period of 3 years we didn't have anyone have a big off, and they all survived, and they all enjoyed them, and they progressed very quickly with them. There was a very rare occurrence to even have a spin over a 2 or 3 day period at one track. So that shows a good testament to the car and its chassis, that a novice could actually get in the car over a very reasonable period of time. Could be quite on the pace.
Decide the Michelin Showstopper of the event. Your car was the winner on the first day. We've had 3 winners one each day, and will be decided, or the public will be deciding by their online voting on the Michelin social media channels. But this car was the winner on day 1. Why do you think the public have taken to the Apollo IE so much?
I think it shows that the team is smaller than average. We take decisions in a different way. We make quick decisions. We can push a bit more than maybe some of the bigger companies, and I think it shows in design, engineering, the chassis we went for, the engine choice. There's not many V12 raw, naturally aspirated, big block, straight pipe exhaust cars around.
No, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I would say now that the 2 other cars actually that were showstoppers each day, one actually was the Charge EV Mustang, the EV Mustang, and the other was a 488 Pista, which is a turbocharged. So 3 very different cars have been chosen by the public, which is why I asked you for why you think yours is different, why they chose it. And you're absolutely right. This is a track-only car, isn't it? But you really have pushed some boundaries with the design.
Yeah, it's form follows function always, but we also wanted to give it that a bit more. So it's a bit more emphasized, the chassis to a much higher spec. We will have a fully bonded roof structure, LMP2 regulations, so no roll cage required for the LMP2 level racing. And on the body, squeeze the body panels as close as possible to all the technical things underneath, and just emphasize the way we expose the tires, for example. I think because we're such a new, small company, we can take those extreme decisions and have some fun.
Well, you have had some fun, and one guy that's had the most fun is probably Ollie Webb, who's been driving it up the hill, hasn't he?
I'm sure I have to work on my racing license.
He's really enjoyed it. Well, Jacob, thank you very much. Ladies and gents, the other two cars I mentioned that are potential show winners will be on the stage in the next few minutes, and then we will announce the winner of the Festival of Speed this year. But Jacob, thank you for being in Apollo. It's been an absolute star of the Festival of Speed.
Thank you very much.
Pista is back on the Michelin turntable is because it was voted by you, the public, through Michelin's social media channels, a Showstopper of the Day award at this year's festival, and we're now doing our Showstopper of the event. The final three cars in that are the Ferrari 488 Pista, the Apollo IE that we just had on, and the Charge EV Mustang. So they're the three finalists. So Jason Harris from Ferrari, someone that is not known for a few words, but I'm going to try and elicit just a few from you. Why do you think the public have taken to this car and voted for it as a showstopper?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for everybody who did. I mean, there's some fantastic cars here, some brilliant cars. So to win an award like that from the public is really very good. But I think it's because this is the latest in one of Ferrari's very special series of limited series production cars, if you like, starting with a 360 Challenge Stradale, 430 Scuderia, 458 Speciale. People really like these lightweight, stripped out, track focused cars. There's no sat nav, there's no radio, they're not the most comfortable things. They're a bit more noisy, but the actual handling of them, they become iconic cars. And I think that's really what hopefully people are responding to.
The car causes a stir wherever it goes, and it has a lot of Formula 1 carryover features. I gather even Jeremy Clarkson approves, so that's the height of journalistic approval.
It certainly is. I mean, his review is in the Sunday Times today, and he wants to not like it because he wants to upset us. He always wants to do that. But he wants to not like it because it's got 4-point harnesses. He doesn't like those. There's no sat nav, there's no radio, there's no carpet. But actually his conclusion says that it makes other cars feel like they're made from moss and bark, typical Clarksonism. But he says it's not just brilliant, it's way beyond brilliant. And that's in the Sunday Times today. And I just think if you can get someone who's, I don't want to say jaded, or he's driven a lot of cars, to make him get excited about something is really difficult. And this car did it. And my handover to him is literally, here's the keys, hope you like it. Don't really have to tell him anything about a car.
I think for me, and I'm probably doing your job for you, for me, the heart and soul and special thing about this car is the engine. Enzo Ferrari himself used to say, you buy the engine, the rest of the car we throw in for free. But Ferrari, with this engine, which is a turbocharged engine, which a lot of purists didn't like, produced an engine that still had that high rev range, linear power delivery. It's been voted engine of the year several times.
Four times.
So
and
for
also
me,
the best engine in the last 20 years.
yeah, which is quite an accolade. And for me, that is the special thing about this car. Jason, thank you very much for bringing it back. Apologies for being brief, but we want to get our 3 cars some exposure before we announce the winner. Come to the end, the highlight of our Michelin Supercar Paddock Festival Speed 2019. We've had our 3 Michelin Supercar award winners up onto the Showstopper award winners on the stage. The last 3 cars, you've been voting, the public have been voting online on our Michelin social media channels for each day for their Showstopper car of the day. And now we have the Showstopper of the Event award. This is the 3rd car. It was the winner earlier in the event. It is, of course, the charged EV prototype. It's a fascinating car. It's drawn everybody's attention. And guys, congratulations, because I can tell you, you are the 2019 Festival Speed Showstopper Award winners.
Thank you very much.
The car has captured the public's imagination. I know you spent a lot of time explaining to people how the car came to be.
Oh yeah.
And the fact you've captured this classic shape with a modern EV car is to your, it's to all of our gratitude really, because it's a really special car.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. First of all, I would thank you very much to everybody who voted for us. It is a pleasure to be the part of Michelin story. Big company. What we're doing, we're taking the brand new body shell and we're implementing our tech into the Mustang.
Well, that's great. It has this classic element has really captured the imagination.
Right.
And I hope you've. This is a prototype car. Next year, we hope that we'll see a car running on the hill.
Absolutely.
We hope that your order books will be full of orders for cars, because I think you've really started something here. And this, even though it's a prototype, you can see inside, ladies and gents, the finish of the car is really production ready.
Yes, so at the moment, I will tell a little bit about the Mustang. So at the moment we're building first cars for our first customers. So next year we're going to produce 50 cars. And next year we definitely be on the hill line.
Yeah, definitely. Well, look, it only remains for me to present you with the trophy. This is, as you can imagine, in the supercar paddock. Everybody wants this trophy.
Absolutely.
But it's voted for by the public, so it gives me great pleasure to award you the Showstopper of the Festival 2019 award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Woo!